And then I'm going to go ahead and share screen. And I think we are ready to go. Oh, I was gonna, okay, well, we'll just go from where I'm at. I don't know if I have speaker spotlight on, but maybe Lisa, maybe you can tell me if I'm on speaker spotlight. I don't know.
No.
No, just on gallery or what? Let
Well,
me
yeah.
let me stop the share real quick. Yeah, I have speaker view on me. So,
Okay, perfect.
All right. So let's go back to where we were. Sorry, guys, hold with me one second here. All right, and we are back. So thanks so much for taking a few minutes to join us. I know you all have a lot of other things you could be doing, so we appreciate you taking the time to get on this Zoom. So you're here to learn about the shred, so let's get right into it. My name's Kristen Finley, and I'm a registered dietitian who's been doing a monthly 10-day shred for over 4.5 years. And why do we even need to shred? Oh, why didn't my slide go? I may have to stop share. I might not have the right slideshow on. Let's try that one more time. Why isn't it? I'm not sure why my slides aren't sharing. Oh, there we go. There we go. So, so why do we even need to shred? Well, there's two main reasons. And first of all, we are all exposed to toxins. Really from the time we're born. They're in the air, they're in the water, the soil, the foods we eat, the products we use, such as plastics, and even the products that we put on our skin. So these toxins end up in our body and they wrap up in our fat. And luckily, we have a liver, which is our main detox organ. But for the liver to do its job efficiently, it must have the right nutrition, which is primarily fruits and vegetables. So that leads me to our second reason to shred, and that 90% of us are not eating enough fruits and vegetables, and what we are eating is not as nutritious as it used to be 50 years ago. This is due to a lot of reasons, including nutrient depletion in our soil, increased consumption of processed foods, our food being picked before it's ripe and shipped thousands of miles before it's sold, and our access to cheap, fast food. So if we don't get plant nutrition, our body can't properly get rid of toxins. And if toxins build up in our bodies, it leads to all kinds of complications, including poor energy, poor sleep, health conditions like heart disease, diabetes, digestive problems, autoimmune disease, and even some cancers. So in addition, weight management is more difficult when we have excess toxins in our body, and here's why. Toxins are fat soluble. This means, as I mentioned before, toxins wrap up in fat. When we go on a traditional diet, as is depicted in the top part of the diagram, we burn calories through diet and exercise. But unless we're getting, listen to this, unless we're getting 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis, these are the foods that the liver needs to get the toxins out of the body. The toxins stay in the body and seek more fat to wrap up in. This is what creates the yo-yo dieting that you can see in the top picture, as the toxins stay in the body, even though the fat is burned off, and then the toxins encourage fat to reaccumulate. On the other hand, if we concentrate our efforts on flooding the body with fruits and vegetables to give the liver the nutrition it needs to get rid of the toxins, the body doesn't have a need to hold on to fat, and the fat can more easily be shed, resulting in more efficient fat loss and ultimately easier, more permanent weight loss, as is depicted in the bottom slide, where the toxins are eliminated first, resulting in a better way to keep the fat off. So the key is to get more fruits and vegetables into our bodies. And I've been a dietitian for 30 years, and this sounds so easy, but ultimately very few people are doing it. And knowing how important this is, the shred is centered around getting as much produce in our bodies as possible. We do this through making fruits and vegetables the foundation of our meals and snacks, and using whole food plant powders to ensure our liver is getting the nutrition it needs to get the toxins out of the body and ultimately improve our health. So Juice Plus is simply 30 different non-GMO, pesticide and herbicide-free fruits, vegetables, and berries that are sort of ground up and made into powders or gummies. It's not a substitute for eating fruits and vegetables, but it helps by bridging the gap between the 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables we should have every day and what we're actually eating every day. It's simple, it's easy, and it's a cost-effective way to get a ton of produce into our bodies. These little capsules contain 30 plus fruits, vegetables, and berries. So in addition, we also use a plant-based protein powder that puts good calories in our body, helps us to feel full, cuts down on food cravings by stabilizing blood sugar, and supports gut health because it contains prebiotics. So I've talked about the first guideline of the shred, but I'm going to turn it over to my friend Lisa to discuss the others.
Ha, almost forgot to turn on my microphone. Thanks, Kristen. Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa, and I'm going to share with you the reasons why we do these guidelines and why they are so important to the Shred 10 and the results we see during and after we do it. And like Kristen shared before, we need to add more plants, just more the better. All different fruits and veggies that we can get our hands on, as well as our Juice Plus capsules and 1 to 2 servings of the plant-based complete shakes. And to recap a bit of what Kristen shared, our liver needs this nutrition from all. Did the slide change?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
That's okay. I was like, where did my shred guide go?
You need new tech support.
Yeah. That's funny. Okay, so to recap again, what Kristen shared before, our liver needs this nutrition from all of these plants to be able to change these toxins from being fat soluble to water soluble, so they can be eliminated from our bodies. And if the liver doesn't get this nutrition it needs, the toxins have no way of escaping our bodies. And that creates a whole lot of havoc going on inside of us that we don't even know about until, like a car, we're broken down on the side of the road. And it's like when a car doesn't get service, it breaks down. That's what our body is doing when we have too many toxins in there. And once we have the nutrition from all the extra plants that we're eating and from our Juice Plus capsules and gummies, the toxins start to change from that form to the form that it can be eliminated in. And this is where drinking plenty of water and exercise comes into play, because these both help eliminate the toxins through the sweat and urine and waste. And sleep is such an intricate part of this process. It's so important, almost as important as getting in the plants. So let me give you a little analogy to see if you can understand it, how important it is. The toxins are like bumper cars, and they're running into each other and all of our cells and tissues. And when we sleep, our body runs its dishwasher cycle that washes everything inside, neutralizing and opening up those pathways to eliminate the toxins, so it can start to repair itself. And if we don't get enough sleep, neutralizing the oxidative stress to avoid damage won't be very effective. So we also want to eliminate caffeine, alcohol, and processed foods, plus eating after 6. So our digestive system is the most effective when the sun is up, and we actually stop eating at least 3 hours before going to sleep. Then all the energy can be used for healing and neutralizing the oxidative stress. And then instead of using that energy to digest the meal before it does anything else, we also want to eliminate gluten and dairy and artificial and refined sugars. So all of these things do 2 things. They tie up or block the pathways that the toxins are eliminated through. So So not only is it adding more toxins to our bodies, but it's tying up and blocking the way for the existing ones to be eliminated through. So we want to decrease the amount of toxic substances being brought into our system so that we can keep the pathways open and running so it can use all the nutrition we are feeding it to do what it's naturally supposed to do. And all that happens inside and we have no idea, right? It's just happening. And that's why the shred works so well, because it's doing what it's supposed to do, what our body's naturally supposed to do. So the guidelines serve three purposes. One, it gives the liver the nutrition it needs to detoxify our bodies. Two, it decreases the amount of inflammation in our bodies. And three, it's to support our liver at all costs. And once all of those start working in our bodies, we start seeing some of these fantastic results. And you guys can see from the slide that the amazing things that start to happen in our, in our bodies, we start craving more fruits and vegetables. We have healthier skin, hair, and nails, better recovery, which, Kristen can really attribute to, what's happening with the shred and especially using the protein powder, increased energy and being more regular. And it's a healthier weight to maintain weight. And that is my big, that's been the biggest, besides skin, that's been one of the biggest things for me is maintaining weight. My weight, because I'll just go into a little bit of my story, which I think is, once I realized all of that, what I just explained to you, once I realized it made all the sense in the world. So before Juice Plus for me, I actually, I went on a weight loss journey and I lost 50 pounds, and doing it with changing my lifestyle. So I didn't yo-yo anymore. I changed my lifestyle and I was eating very healthy. And at this time, it wasn't a lifestyle. It wasn't a diet. It was a lifestyle, but I still had a diet-ish mentality, right? Because I didn't know better, even though I changed into a lifestyle. So I lost this weight. And luckily, right after that is when, I found Juice Plus a little while after that. And, so I lost this weight and I was, proud of myself. I was feeling good. I wasn't going to be my family's history anymore of, being overweight and diabetes and dying at 51. So I was so excited, but then it was the strangest thing. I started to gain weight and there was no reason for me to gain weight. I was still stuck I was tracking. I was doing all the things and I didn't understand. I did not understand what was happening because I was still semi-restricting and not indulging, not even going off into what anybody might say a cheat meal or anything like that. I was still perfect basically. And I didn't understand. So I kind of learned a little about the shred. I started shredding, not perfectly, or, I still drank caffeine and, so I did a little bit, but I started to notice a little bit of weight coming off and then a little bit more weight coming off. And by my third shred, I actually had lost the weight and not changing anything other than the shred times. I lost the weight that I had gained, which was between 7 and 9 pounds. And since then, I'm like, okay, this is real. This is real, you guys. So I started to truly shred and I've been shredding ever since. And I have not put on 1 pound. And that's not saying that it's going to happen for everybody, but I've got to tell you, I got rid of those toxins. Those toxins were gone and my skin was better. And I really and truly have all of those things that the benefits and the results say. And I do eat what I want when I want it. And I don't restrict myself at all. But I always follow the lifestyle, but also have fun while following the lifestyle. And I haven't gained any weight. So I attribute my maintaining my weight 100% to the shred because of my before and my after of shredding and taking Juice Plus and not doing that, and the results the other way. So I know that we have some people on here that we definitely want to ask some questions to about their amazing shreds so far. Kristen, did you want to start with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna bring Tony on because I just got I just got a message from your wife this morning that you've gotten some pretty exciting shred related health news from your doctor today. And I'm just wondering if you're willing to kind of share that with the group and maybe just let us know how shredding was a part of the results that you're willing to tell us about.
Yeah, so yeah, I had some blood work results today, and I'm down. This is like I think my eighth shred, and I'm down almost 40 pounds
Ooh.
through those eight
I know, it's
shreds,
so exciting.
and my blood work came back fantastic. I mean, I know before I was on before the shred, I was on the verge of pre-diabetic, A1C and stuff like that, and so. Yeah, my cholesterol was like, almost 240, and now it's down to 191. And I all attributed to, the shred and taking Juice Plus and the exercise and everything. I mean, put together is really changed both of our lives. So very much.
Yeah. Joanna, I know you've had I know you don't like to talk as much on Facebook, so I'm not going to force you to talk, but you've had I mean, together you guys have lost a considerable amount of weight, and you guys just became customers, just became shred doers last December. So it hasn't even been a year yet, and you're down 35, 40 pounds. And I don't know, do you have anything to add, Joanna? Like what one thing this shred journey has done for you?
It's just been very informative. I've learned a lot, especially, with nutritional, just different foods, the nutritional value, just a lot of things. I really think I feel strongly about trying to eat before 6 o'clock. And that's something that, with Darby being home, it makes it really hard because she doesn't see that, but
Right.
we always sit down and eat it as a family. So she's done really well, but yeah, there's just been a lot of the guidelines that have really, I think our hardest is making sure we get the water in, and gluten and dairy is something that I had no idea how it affected our bodies. And I really, really see a lot of symptoms now when we do eat certain foods more so than others.
Yeah. Yeah, and what I heard you saying too that I liked is that you really like just the community. We run this in a private Facebook group, and how much that community has taught you. I know you've mentioned to me before that your nutrition knowledge has just gained, and if you know better, you can do better, right? So
Exactly. Yes.
yeah. I appreciate you guys sharing so much. And
I just want to say, Joanna's skin. Oh my God. It's like, oh, it's so soft and glowy. Look at it. It's beautiful. Not that it wasn't before, but I can see
Hey,
that.
that's doubling up on omegas. No.
I mean,
you guys look great, and we're so happy for you. Lisa, did you have, were we just going to go back into screen share, or do we have anyone else? I know Greta's on here.
That was Greta up there, wasn't it?
She's on, but her picture's not on right now.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Then let's, there's Greta. I think that Greta, there she is. Do you want to?
Hi.
Greta, can we put you on the spotlight? I know you shared in our
Sure.
group just the other night about your experience. And
look
just
like all disheveled from the day, but sure.
Yeah, and just like a quick minute or so, can you let us know sort of what this shred has really done for you?
So it's been close to 4 years since my first shred, and in the very beginning, like, it was awesome. Like, so many things changed about my health, but weight was not working. It was just not coming off. Until the last couple of months. Like, I would have a few pounds, but then I would gain it back. But this last couple of months, like, honestly, it's definitely in my behaviors, but my behaviors only got better because of my mindset. And I thank you for a lot of that.
Yeah.
Truly.
Well, and that's what we do in the group.
Put me on the right path.
Yeah, we're consistently here for you to just keep you going one baby step forward in your health journey. And for some people, it clicks really fast, and for others, it takes a little bit more reinforcement. But the longer you hang out in our community, and we encourage people to hang out forever, every single month, and we never really bring it down. But we're so proud of you and all that that you've been able to accomplish because of shredding.
Yeah, and I mean, I know the numbers aren't like the only thing, but for me, like, because I do have so much weight that I need to lose, and I say need because, for my health, I really need to. It's not only because I want to look in the mirror and not be grossed out by myself, but it is the way I feel that I'm saying I need to lose that weight. And simple things like bending down to tie your shoes and not crushing your ribs is a big deal. But also, I also did blood work. It was actually almost a year ago that I started to get more serious with the shred again. And while the weight didn't come off, other health things improved. My A1C came down drastically. And I went from pre-diabetic again to not pre-diabetic again.
Yay.
That's a win. I mean, and that's
and
what
I
our
just
group
got
is
blood
about.
work done. Yeah, and I just got blood work done last week again. I did it 2 months before that, and then again, and it went down another point. It went
good. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's still on, and it's like it's in a pretty normal range now. So
That's awesome. Well, and that's the other thing I want to emphasize about the shred is people lose weight shredding because when you give your body the nutrition it needs, it is more, it's much easier to lose weight. But this is actually not a weight loss group. We're actually a health, we're trying to really improve your health. And so, like I said, we're not emphasizing necessarily the weight loss, although that is where a lot of people's health journey, where they want to go in their health journey. And this program does help with that. And we help you if that is your goal as well. So I think I'm going to go back to screen share because we're going to bring Wendy on now. Are you there, Wendy? Uh-oh.
Yep, Wendy's here.
Yeah, I just, there we go. So I don't know why they're not going right at first. It's freaking me out. So yeah, so every journey starts with a step, and we have our friend Wendy here to just kind of go through what step you might be willing to take. So go ahead and take it away, Wendy.
Well, hi everybody. Before I jump into our bundles, I did want to say this is my first time shredding, and it was great. I was able to incorporate a lot more water, which we all need, and working out kind of became a priority now that I knew I was, getting all these healthy food and nutrition in my body. So I was working out a lot more. I incorporated my baby in my workouts. And then my husband even decided to do the shred with me as well. And he lost 4 pounds so far. So he's pretty excited about it. I haven't weighed myself yet, but I feel good. So definitely looking forward to the next shred.
And it's definitely something that everyone can do, men, women, children, really anybody. You can be pregnant, lactating, all those things. So yeah, I'm glad that he was able to experience it as well.
Yes. So I'm going to be talking about the different shred bundles that we have to offer. And then just remember that we could customize these to whatever your needs are. So, if one of these doesn't look like something you want to try, we could customize it to however you want. So here we have the shred bundle. It's a 4-month supply of your fruit, vegetables, and berry blends, a 4-month supply of your vegan omega blend, and 60 servings of the complete whole food based shake mix. And that's just $140 a month for 4 months, or it equals to $4.67 a day for 4 months. Our next bundle is the completely balanced bundle. And this is the 4-month supply of the fruit and vegetable blend, the 60 servings of the complete whole food based shake mix. And this is $85 a month for 4 months, or $2.83 a day for 4 months. And then here we have our dual on the left and our trio on the right. The dual is a 4-month supply of the fruit and vegetables blend. That's $50 a month for 4 months, or $1.67 a day for 4 months. On the right, we have our trio, and that's a 4-month supply of the fruit, vegetable, and berry blends. That's $75 a month for 4 months, or $2.50 for 4 months. Now, if you think about it, I mean, we all like our Starbucks, right? Every now and then, you know, it's great. It does get expensive if you go every single day. You can have a grande decaf soy latte, and that's $5.45 a day with a tip. That's not including your little pastry or, you know, your little breakfast sandwich. Then we're talking about $15 or something, right? But if you compare that to our shred bundle, that's only $4.67 a day, and no tip needed, unless you get that nice little tip from your husband that says, "Thank you, babe, this tastes great." So this is what you get when you invest in your health. You get 4 months of science-backed whole food nutrition that will benefit your health, whether you implement any other shred guidelines or not. You'll have access to our private Facebook group where you get where you'll receive recipe, health tips, motivation, and inspiration. An accountability group that is growing every month, as well as access to our Shred 10 leaders who can answer any and all your questions, and have access to online resources such as the Shred Guide and Taste the Shred recipe book. So that's our Shred 10. Shred it, live it, share it. If you have any, I mean, if you're ready to get started, get back to the person that invited you to watch this presentation, or if you have any other questions, stick on, and we're here to answer any and all questions you might have.
Yeah, so do we have anyone in the gallery have any questions? Go ahead and unmute yourself and just speak up.
I wish that, so the gal Marissa, that's actually Liz's friend. She had told me that she was coming on, but maybe she's making dinner or something and listening from across the room. So I don't know. Anybody else have any questions?
All right, well, I am going to stop the live stream on Facebook. I'm going to stop the recording here.